Soy el jefe de jefes, señores, y les digo con gran Chief of Chiefs, jefe de jefes, lo digo bien, bien los Tigres del Norte, jefe de jefes. What if I was to tell you that Chapo was really never the head of the Sinaloa cartel? They say that el jefe de jefes is el Mayo Zambada. I don't know. Let's get into this video. Drugs, money, mansions, and private jets. A myth is being created around the narco culture. Narco culture has gone mainstream and can be seen in various areas like music, religion, soap operas, fashion, and language. But it's not all the pretty roses people like to see. Join me as I tell you the truth behind cartel life. This is narco culture. Hey, what's up guys? JC here with my shenanigans. You already know. If you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, leave a message, some thumbs up, thumbs down, it doesn't matter. Just leave something. If you are part of my Ron Strong familia, raza, crew, you already know what's up, man. Make sure you put some gas in that motherfucker before you pick me up, because I am not going to jump out after they ram us and have to try and get home. Yes, I am Ron Strong. Happy Wednesday. You know what it is. I share my stories because I hope that I can help somebody or even just make somebody smile and laugh about the stupid decisions that we make sometimes when we are not emotionally stable or we're not mature enough to recognize these mistakes. So I share them with hopes that maybe somebody will watch something and, not do what they're going to do or have a change of heart, or it helps them when they go to do their time. But in no way, no form do I glamorize this cartel life, the gang life, the drug life, the kingpin life. Nothing. I share my experiences with you in hopes of you enjoying them. What's up, guys? Yes. We are talking about El Mayo Zambada today. His name first came up like on the DEA radar. Back then there wasn't really like the DEA, but it was like the United States radar of like the drug stuff. They always know what's going on. And it was 1977 when his names first appeared on US records. But come on, man, he's Mayo Zambada. He has been the only one to survive 50 years of drug trafficking with no arrest. No arrest. Okay? And it was said that, he was someone very important in the dope game in LA back in the early 80s. Where El Mayo remains now is unknown. I mean, the Sinaloa Mountains, if you have never been up there, it is crazy hard to try and find someone up there. The amount of green and just how the mountains go up and down, and they have some deep areas where it's crazy. You would have to actually see it to know what I'm talking about. But the U.S. has put a reward on him, $5 million. I think El Mayo should be in his 70s by now. Some people say 72, some people say 75. He's up there. He's up there in age, and they also say that he's not doing good in his health. He's diabetic. All that stuff of him being up in the mountains might be hard to get help one day. But being that rich, I'm pretty sure you have your own hospital there. So let's get into the nitty-gritty stuff. Most people think that he sacrificed El Chapo to try and save his son from going to prison. Now there's a lot of books out there that are these drug lords' sons are writing and putting together. You know, Vicentillo was he worked with a writer, and they put together a book. There's a lot of other books now that, you know, explain a little bit more of what was going on through this whole ordeal of the trial with El Chapo and everything. A lot of people, it wasn't just Vicentillo who collaborated. There was a lot of people. There was, you know, the twins. There were Amtrax. There were so many people in this case that it was crazy. A lot of people got time off, and it's almost like they added the time on to El Chapo, but that's how the game is, and that's, you know, that's why a lot of people are saying that they think that El Mayo sacrificed El Chapo to, you know, save his son. El Mayo was, if you look down to his history, he was actually a farmer all the way into his teens. When he got into his teens, when he started, you know, dealing drugs and going back and forth from California to Tijuana, and he became known. And he started getting, you know, connections to the Guadalajara cartel. While he started small, he slowly worked his way up, and he did it like, you know how they say drug dealer school 101. You know, he did it with the whole thing that they teach you about, you know, being very low profile, not spending money on this, not like he did everything that was taught to every person that's been in the game. And I hate to say it, but it's paid off, because no one's got him. You know, he had all the right connections, and the big thing in this game is who you know, and yes, he did work his way up, but there's a lot of things that people don't recognize him for and what he did. Like, while El Chapo was in prison from 1993 to 2001, who do you think ran the day-to-day operation? It was El Mayo. It was El Mayo's skills of forming alliances with other groups that made the Sinaloa cartel what it is today. It was El Mayo that sent the private helicopter to pick up El Chapo after his escape from Puente Grande. So, you know, a lot of people say that El Mayo was often, you know, credited that, you know, El Chapo became who he was. Well, I would have to say, shit, you know, if I was to come to power after one of my main, you know, one of my main men sent me a helicopter and got me out, I would say, yeah, you know, but money, power, drugs changes a lot of people, even if you're the most, you know, humble farmer. It changes people. And what I mean about that is, you know, you could be a very humble person, worked in farms, got dirty, but once that money comes in, it's almost in your head like you deserve it. It's crazy. You make excuses for all the people that you hurt and harmed getting that money because you feel that you deserve it. And I have to say that in larger portions of this extent, this kind of power has to be that times a million. So, you know, who knows if they're ever gonna catch him before he dies. You know, he's a master at it. He's been doing it for years. And like I said, he has not been caught because he keeps a very, very low profile. And you know, he did an interview way back, I think in 2010 with a Mexican magazine, but you know, he's always said that he takes off to the hills. You know, he knows the ground, he knows the rocks, he knows the water, he knows those hills. And you know, he said it. They'll only get me if I slow down or if I get sloppy like El Chapo. Yeah, so who is El Jefe de Jefes? Who is the Chief of Chiefs? Who is the one still calling the shots? Yes, they say that there is a war happening through one of key players, you know, some of El Chapo's son, some of one of El Chapo's brother-in-law, one of the head guys from El Amtrax. Like there's a lot going on just because of the leadership and what's going on over there of the takeover of territories. Because what happens is when one big cartel breaks up like that, little ones are formed. And then if it happens again, little ones more are formed. And it starts getting bigger and bigger to where there's more little groups than the big group, if that makes any sense. And then that's what creates all the havoc, because now you have that big group fighting all the little groups. And this is how it usually happens, like on the streets with the gangs. If you go to every gang article in Chicago, that gang has been fighting with the Latin Kings, being that the Latin Kings has been the biggest organized gang in Chicago, so they've been fighting everybody. And that's what's happening now with all these cartels breaking up. They're all forming their little gangs and trying to attack the bigger cartels, and time would only tell. One thing is for sure, that it is getting bloodier, it is getting way gruesome bad, and it wasn't like this, you know, a couple years back, 10-20 years back. It wasn't like this, but it is what it is. And this is why I share this story. This is why I share these videos, is that hopefully you'll learn something, get a laugh, smile, and be like, man, JC's got some loose screws up there. Alright guys, my name's JC. I am wrong strong. I have a PhD in fucking up. This is why I share my videos. Stay in your lane. Give somebody a hug. Don't judge nobody. Live savage. And remember, you only have one life to live. But if you live it right, one life is all you need. I'll catch you guys in the video.